Welcome back. This is Akinar here with more Expedition 33. This is episode 34, and last time we had a ton of fun here at Sacred River. We got to res our buddy Noko, who is back in action, although not completely his former self. He is currently resting and recuperating back at Jestral Village, and hopefully he will be a little bit more like he was previously soon enough. But the crew is still dressed in their chic attire, ready for... They've got their Game Awards gear on still, and they are ready for action. So we're going to continue forward here today. And I've been giving some thought about how I want us to progress through the rest of the game. We obviously have our final objective in front of us, heading back to Lumiere and confronting Renoir, but I'm still not ready to do that just yet. I still have, I want to be able to do some of the additional side content. And in particular, I do want to focus on areas that are, you know, have somewhat of a relation to the story and are more, you know, interesting from a story and character building angle. Renoir's drafts is one of these areas that you all in the comments have pointed out would probably be good to go to at some point. Would be very good to check out at some point. It is still dangerous for us, so I would like to probably avoid dangerous zones still if we can. The other zone, one of the other zones that you all have talked about is the Flying Manor, which I believe is over in this direction. The Flying Manor, as I was quickly checking a couple of these entrances before recording, it is also dangerous. So these are still, at least according to the game, both of these levels are a bit out of our reach in terms of challenge. Now, one thing I would like to check and verify regarding that is, let's go back to camp and level up. Because how is the game, I am a little curiosity about how exactly does the game calculate danger? Is it as soon as we level? Because our characters are level, you know, level 60-ish, but they have a lot of attribute points that I haven't assigned yet. If I assign those attribute points and therefore actually make my characters stronger, will the game then sense, aha, now maybe it's not so dangerous for you? Will it do it that way? Let's find out. Let's go ahead and buff the main stat here for everybody. I'm not gonna think too deeply about this. Just give everybody their main weapon stat and then recoat later if need be. Just give... That's a lot of vitality for Verso, but he's confident and loves having all that health. And given... Oh, yeah, we can actually do luck for Mael now because she has a different weapon. So Mael could really probably use a recoat. But I'm not going to do that just yet. For now, we'll just get her crit rate a little bit higher. And, oh, we could actually give Minoko... We switched his weapon, I guess. Question mark? We could get him some a reasonable buff here by just buffing... defense. We get a lot more weapon damage if we keep going with speed, but his speed... Actually, his speed is lower than I remembered because I think we changed his Pictos around. So we'll do his agility for now, and we'll think about adding some more defense later. Okay, so does that actually change the in-game's system for warning the player as to the difficulty of the zone? If so... If both of these zones are still off limits to us, and it looks like this one is, because I think in addition to seeing danger in like actually spelled out, I think the swirling entrance portal to the zone also has a red tint to it that I've just noticed as we started the recording here. I don't think I'd noticed that before, but I think Renoir's drafts had the same distinction, so it's a little detail that you can just tell before you even walk up to the joint. But with that, if that is the case for both of these, then I also had been exploring a little bit more. It looks like this is still dangerous. Okay, so there we go. Because the thing is, while I want to definitely focus on areas of interest, especially ones that you all find interesting, and feel free to let me know what other zones that you might really be curious to see us take on. I know Endless Tower is one that we can definitely devote some more time to. Although I think someone has mentioned that maybe you don't want to finish Endless Tower before you actually go back to Lumiere and do the stuff there. So there are a few of these zones around the map that I want to be delving into, but there are also a lot of other zones, as well as various random chromatics around the map. These are becoming, I think, in my mind, a little bit of a lesser priority. I want to do everything, or at least I want to play everything that is in the game, but I'm starting to feel like maybe we're not going to actually record everything that's in the game. I'm starting to think that there's going to be probably a lot of these areas, like this one over here is like, I think this is called like the Curious Cave or something. There's a lot of these areas that feel just, they're a little bit of optional material, but they don't really add a lot to the story. It's just a little bit of extra gameplay and a fun boss fight or chromatic that you get to deal with. And maybe there are some of those that you all would like to see. And that's why I'm open to feedback to see what exactly is the most interesting content to have here as part of the playthrough. But I'm starting to think that we're probably not going to have 30 more episodes or 40 more episodes where we go every single last fight and every ounce of content that's in the game, doing that together here. I think some of this is going to be stuff that I do on my own time. But I'm just not sure which parts are going to be which. So let me know what you guys think. I think though where we're going to start today, as I was realizing that both Renoir's drafts and the Flying Manor are still dangerous to us. And on that note, I believe Verso's drafts is also still dangerous. We've started this zone, we've done a little bit here, and this is another zone that's been mentioned as you'd probably want to check this out, and I'm very curious to check that one out eventually, in more detail, in more depth. But as to where to start today, I saw this zone over here, and I thought, oh, this is another painting workshop. But I also decided just to check it and see if it was dangerous to us, and when I walked up, or flew up to it, not only was it not dangerous, but it's not a painting workshop, it's the canvas. So I thought, maybe let's check this place out. Maybe let's give this a look and see what's in the canvas. If it is actually a full-on zone. Who knows? I never know exactly what to expect in these zones now, because some of them could be very, very short affairs with like a record inside. Others could take, you know, like 3 episodes. Who knows? What exactly am I looking at here? I thought this was a fading person at first. But I cannot interact with it in any way. They do give us a flag. And for the record, I am starting with ×2 health on the enemy life multiplier, just in case we are a little bit over-leveled for this zone. Look at this place, though. Holy crap. There's a little bit of, it's given me Crumbling Faroum Azula vibes. We also have the Elysia theme playing, I believe, right? I've been calling it the title screen theme, but I think you guys have clarified that this is Elysia's theme. Or it's not that you guys have clarified it. I've actually played the record. It was during one of our cinematic reviews recently that I played the record in camp to confirm for myself what is Elysia's theme. Trying to become a little bit more familiar with the music, which is oh so important, as many of you have been pointing out. The musical themes that are present in various areas and during certain cinematics are often linked to particular characters. Each character has its own theme, I believe, and many of them we've collected as records. But I'm kind of getting a little bit off topic here, because what in the world is going on in this place? Are these like, they also make me think of like floating humanity from Dark Souls. The canvas. The canvas. Like, we're inside Verso's canvas. But we also now know that apparently there's the possibility of Mael making a canvas within a canvas for Lune. Wait a minute, the canvas. I have to go photo mode, I'm too curious here. The canvas? It's the portrait of the Desandra family. It's the portrait that's in the manor. The canvas? What? And the Alicia theme is here. First thought is to check, is there anything hiding behind the canvas? There's also somebody, I see a point to interact, obviously. I'm also curious to go to the end of the level here and just see. It's none of these are fading figures, I don't think. So none of them are do we have the ability to interact with. These tornadoes, these golden cyclones everywhere, so cool. So I had a thought. We did our cinematics reviews recently, and one of the thoughts that I did not have at the time, but I had it afterwards, we looked back at the cinematic where Alicia and Clea were hiding the canvas. They were hiding Verso's canvas somewhere. And one of the details that I did not notice at the time, but then I noticed after the fact, is that in that cutscene, where just previously you had Mael / Alicia, who is unable to talk because in real life her vocal cords have been damaged and she can't speak. But then when they go to hide the canvas, when she and Clea go to hide the canvas, she does speak. And so I had the realization that maybe what they've done is they've hidden Verso's canvas within another canvas. Who knows how many canvases they have that they can, all these different worlds that they could potentially have access to. And that's where they've hidden Verso's canvas, inside one of those. And that's why Mael, Alicia, in that moment could say something. It finally dawned on me. Now, I don't think this is Verso's canvas though, is it? A canvas portrait of the Desandra family. Do you wish to remove the portrait? Remove it? I don't know exactly what that's gonna do, but we're playing a game here and I have to say yes. Because we have to do something here, right? But why would I remove the portrait? I don't quite understand what the implications are for this, but we're gonna say yes and roll with it. You remove the portrait of the Desandra family. The frame hangs empty. Oh, manor family canvas? We just collected this thing? Say what? It's a quest item? A canvas portrait of the Desandra. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay, I think I understand. The picture frame is empty now. Okay, let's double check and make sure that's actually the only thing to do here. I wasn't looking for items, so let me just shift my brain over into looking for any glowing bits of blue or purple, or can't jump down to that platform over there, can we? I don't think there's any items. I think that is the only item. The canvas has been obtained. So, okay, I think I know what we're supposed to do next. Also, I don't know if it means a lot, but that was the Expedition 0 flag that was there in that zone. I think that is probably significant. Interesting. Okay, so that zone turned out to be quite short, like some of the others. But let's head to the nearest manor door, which is, I'm not sure where. Where is the nearest manor door? Oh, by the way, let's very quickly, I did spy this off camera, As I was getting started here, I noticed there was another underwater bit of... I didn't mean to do a cannonball. It's fine. Some more Color of Lumina to collect. Add those to our infinite stash. And manor door. Manor door. I know there was one over here by where we did the chromatic petanque. I'm not remembering whether there might be one also on one of the islands here on the way. I think there was in fact one. Let's see if I can remember where this was at. I thought it was down here, but I think this is actually a painting workshop. Yeah, this is a painting workshop. I think what I'm thinking of was the door that was over in this direction. Is this it? No, this is another... What zone was this?
Hang on tight.
That was Crushing Cavern. Was there not a manor door nearby, though?
Here we go.
Am I crazy? I feel like there was a manor door around here somewhere, but it's not coming to mind, so I'm gonna go to the one that I know for sure exists. On the continent, at least, which is right here. We've gone in this door now 3 times, I think. And we now have a portrait for this empty canvas. At last. I just thought that this was going to stay blank forever, and it was only here as an interactable option just to point out or make it more significant when we had the big Act 2 conclusion and we see the Desandra family portrait in the manor. And then when Alicia wakes up and she comes around here, we see it here, and it's like, oh my god, that's where the blank portrait has been this whole time. But apparently, we can just fill it in. Place the Desandra family portrait. Okay, let's do it. There it is. It now rests within the frame. Oh, snap. It actually, I wasn't sure if it was going to actually do anything. I thought maybe it was just a fun, could be just a fun collectible to fill out a vacant portion of the manor. But this door has opened at the end. And what in the world do we see? Whoa. What in the hell? Is this the same room? I think it is. This is the same room that Alicia goes into, where she talks to Clea, and you have, oh, there's a log here as well. And you have Aline and Renoir who are still linked into Verso's canvas. Okay, let's listen to the log.
People come and people go. The one who will always be there for you is you. Little one, there's more to life if you can just see how big the sky truly is. Reach out your hand, and it's yours.
It's got to be Renoir once again, right? Who is he talking to, though? Verso? Alicia?
People come.
I didn't mean to play the voiceover again. What's this? New outfit. New outfit for Mael. Painted me. Oh, it's actually Alicia's, the painted Alicia's outfit. Yo, she's got the, okay. It is a very cool outfit. And it reminds me, it takes me back to the fight a few episodes ago against Alicia, which was so badass. Huh. Maybe it was, given that her costume is here, maybe Renoir was talking to Alicia. And maybe it was the painted version, right? That's the other thing I should think about here, is the fact that we're in the painting, and this is the painted manor, that maybe it was, this is all Aline's creation, right? And that she, the painted version of her family would have been here and using this as their home base. It's not clear to me exactly, but oh, there's a violin here. There is a violin here, huh? Not sure if I have mentioned before, but I do know how to play the violin. I am very, very, very rusty because I don't stay practiced, but it is the first instrument that I learned when I was like 5 or 6. My parents were like, "We want you to learn an instrument. What instrument do you want to play?" And I picked violin for some reason. I don't know why exactly, but I just thought, hey, that seems fun. Violin. Who in the family, do we know who plays violin? Verso plays piano. But I'm not sure if I know who else in the family who has the various musical talents. Interesting pickup. We filled in the portrait for the Desandra family. Minoko included, of course. People have also pointed out, I think we mentioned this, maybe not, maybe I didn't mention this, but people have pointed out that somewhere in the actual manor, when you have the little prologue with Alicia, not prologue, but epilogue, there are doggos here that apparently I completely missed. I actually have no idea where they are because I haven't seen them. Like, I don't even know if they were in my footage when I was editing, because I didn't see them while I was playing or in the game or during editing. So I don't know if they were here in this room or what, but I missed the doggos, guys. I'm sorry. Tunnel vision brain misses things. We can't interact with this canvas, right? Nothing to do with this. Canvas within a canvas. The idea is intriguing. And for a second, I thought that's what we were going to do. I thought we were going to be like traveling into some other canvas. But I guess like to do battle, you know, having a boss fight or something within another canvas. But I guess we've kind of done that already, haven't we? We've done that a little bit with the flying tower. Now that I think about it, or the endless tower, excuse me. The endless tower actually has... It has that going on. You go into a canvas. Oh my god, I've never heard him say that before. SK is still coming up with new voice lines here. This far into the game. Why don't we go to the Endless Tower? Because now I'm not sure where else I want to go. But I do want to be focused on something that's more closely aligned with the story in some way if I can. So the Endless Tower feels like a little bit... We know Clea... We've talked to Clea in here. And we now know, from doing our cutscene review, I've had the realization that we did in fact talk to Clea in the Forgotten Battlefield. When I finally went back to talk to that fading person as Mael, which we did happen to do because I was nudged in that direction, thankfully, by some folks in the comments. Once we did that, I realized, going back to see that footage again, that was Clea. Or at least I'm pretty sure it was Clea. I don't think she would have anything new to say to us here. Yeah, she's just saying, play or don't play, I don't care. Yeah, we have this canvas for the endless gauntlet of folks to battle against, and we have these canvases as well, which are going to be their own. I'm sure this one is going to be just as insane. I'm anticipating it just as crazy as the Duallistes or whatever they were called, that crazy fight up here. But these are inside canvases, and yeah, that's where we're doing it. So let's do a little bit of this at least. I don't know how far we'll make it in Oh, I forgot to check my group lineup here. We'll go with whatever group we've got here, but I might switch it up too. Oh, there's a Dualliste in this one. What? The Troubadour buffs with powerful, and there's a Dualliste. And there were 2 jump attacks there that I did not dodge. Yo, did the Dualliste have the freaking Pontiff glowing swords before? Did he have the action? I think it's the exact same color as Pontiff Sullivan, or Sullivan, as I like to say, the orange and the purple. He didn't have, the Dualliste didn't have that before in the Forgotten Battlefield, did it? I might be misremembering. All right, everybody's got full AP, but Minoko's dead, so I need to res him. But I want to get some marks on some of you if I can help it. Let's focus on this guy since you've already. Oh, okay, there's a mark. Good. Can we get a mark on you too? Oh my God! Mark for everybody. Mark for everybody. Mark for everybody. Let's go. And now we will res. Get Minoko back in here.
The elements dance.
And now, Lune's starting with ice and light stains. I think we want to do her big old hell attack, right? Give me that fire stain, spend all our AP, and consume all those marks. Let's do it. Yo, oh my God, the Dualliste has so much health. I totally missed that. Okay. Gotta remember how these work. What the fuck? He just one-shot us. Bro, for real? For real? Okay, hold on. We're not sending the research team. Wait a second. Bro. Ay. Okay, trial failed. We may not need this this challenge multiplier after all. Let's disable that. And I also want to switch up my party. I think I want to bring back Mael. But CL does good in terms of hitting a bunch of enemies. But the side enemies, the Troubadour and the other dude, are pretty weak. Once we get them out of the way, focusing on the big boy is going to be much more important. So I think CL goes on the bench. And it's either Verso or Mael that I bring in here. I'm going to bring in Mael. I really like Lune. I think she might be my favorite. I just love how the stains and balancing all of her elements is so much fun. And I also love Minoko because he does all the buffing. If he doesn't die right off the bat, holy crap. I love the swords from the Dualliste, though. All right, he's gonna everybody rush this time.
It likes you.
Okay, that's... No, shit. No, what the hell? Oh, you keep... There's 3 more after those 2 jump attacks. There's 3 more attacks. Good God. Oh, and he's going again.
Not leaving you behind.
Why is they were not this fast before. What is going on? Oh, that's because he gave them rush instead of powerful. It's because he gave them rush. Okay, these counters are kicking ass though. All right, so those dorks are out of here, but my God. Man, the Dualliste is a different story. There's a Minoko leg to collect, I just realized. I would love it if I could res everybody with Phoenix Flame, but I have no gradient charges, man. I really need to be spending some AP and using my Virtuoso stance. Let's not res anybody this time. We're just gonna take advantage of we're just gonna do Pyrolyse. Go defensive. Okay. Yeah, this guy's got a lot of health. Ay. Okay, but that's, man, Stormblood? What the heck? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This is Stormblood. Oh my god, that comes out of nowhere. We'll do the reserve team this time because we got to learn these moves. Good lord. The last stand of Expedition 33. I forgot about the jump. I forgot about the jump attacks. And then that, there's such a delay on that one. Okay, okay. Good night. This guy is something else, man. Something else. At least we gave him powerless because of Verso's weapon. So we'll do a res.
Don't die next time.
I'm trying. I'm trying not to die. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, man. What am I doing here? Sealed Fate? No, I need to build Foretell. I need more AP. So I think I need to actually do a free aim to give myself AP from Rewarding Mark. Oh, and also apparently from Beneficial Contamination because I got to burn. Okay, so now I can do Final Path. Spend all my AP. Okay.
Eyes up, Verso.
Too early. Shit.
Ready to strike.
Too early. Do I use a healing tint on CL? Or do I just reserve? Medium physical damage to all enemies. The guy has mark on him. Verso has Deperfection. How do I want to play this? Let's try to get to C if we can. But I think it's going to take us... No, we should get there. There we go. Okay. And we replayed Mark. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So now we can do Strike Storm. Double perfect. Yeah. I thought I almost missed it for a second.
Eyes up, Verso.
Dude, those the attack sequences from the Dualliste are definitely the most Dark Souls-like out of any of the enemies in the game that I've faced so far. Feels so much like, you know, trying to parry or dodge a Dark Souls boss. Which I love. It's great. CL still needs some healing, but maybe I should give her Harvest. We could do that. Could keep building up sun charges with Spectral Sweep. Because the more sun charges we build up, the more burn that's going to be applied when we go into Twilight, correct? So let's do a Spectral Sweep here. That was not as strong as I was hoping, but... I want to do a Steeled Strike, but I'm not sure I'm going to make it. Because the thing's going to have 2 turns before it gets back to Burst, so I can't do a Steeled Strike here. We'll wait, see if we can do a Steeled Strike on maybe the following turn. Can we get a mark? A Perfection. Berserk Slash is probably going to be pretty weak. I think I'm just going to end up doing a marking shot here if I don't get the Beneficial Contamination in time. I'll just do a marking shot here. Stormblood. Okay, let's see if we can do this time. Okay, that one only has 4 attacks in it. We can do that. That's doable. 2 gradient charges here. So we could do Doom. That would give us a Moon Charge and put us into Twilight. The alternative would be We might want to do that because we don't have a lot of AP right now. And while we're in Twilight, it might be better to do... Could we actually get up to Final Path? I wonder if we do this right. It would be great, though, for Verso to be able to get to 3 Gradient Charges and use his Halo attack. Like, realistically, I should probably heal. I should probably heal because we do get a full heal now with our healing tints. So that's probably the smart move. Oops. Could have sworn that I hit the right trigger on that second jump, but the game didn't register it somehow. Versa's still alive. 13 HP. Do we go for Strike Storm now? Or not Strike Storm, but Steel Strike? I kind of want to go for it. I'm going for it. I'm doing it. And now we do Final Path. Wait a second. Oh, that's right. I did not go into... Oh, shit. I did not activate Twilight. So do I actually want to do another Final Path and keep... I kind of want to keep building up Sun Charges. I want to do it. Oh, he is resistant to the dark attacks. Yo, we got the counter on that one. Let's go. So Verso is actually going to get to do his thing. Frames. Now, we weren't in S. I did forget the fact that we were not in S. Dang it. Dude, that one's got so many attacks in it, but they're very parryable. But there are a couple quick ones that come in succession there. 3 Gradient Charges. I do need my buddy Verso around. I do need my friend here, so we'll just put a mark on this guy and then revive Verso.
Don't worry, I'm here.
Dude. No! Okay, shit. So, there's a delay on the second of the Stormbloods. There's a delay. And then the third one happens faster than I was expecting. So, we're working on things here. What is CL's... What is this thing again here? End Slice. Extreme single target physical damage. Damage is increased for each foretell consumed since the beginning of the battle, which has been nothing, right? We've done no foretell. And this one also doesn't consume foretell. It does put us into Twilight. We need to consume some foretell here. Maybe we'll do a Sealed Fate. I do like Sealed Fate, and I think if he's resistant to dark, then he's going to actually be weak to light. And because I think CL's weapon is light damage, and it says weakness, so he's weak to light. I'm going to still use my free aims here to try to reapply Mark. There we go. I also need to res Verso, though, because this thing's going to get 2 attacks. This is the problem. All right, let's keep using our free aims here to spend AP. Maybe it's just better to leave a mark on there. I don't know exactly what the optimal... I probably should have left the mark on there, to be honest.
Not your number yet.
And Verso actually gets a turn. So he gets to do his gradient attack. Awesome. So now he's in C Perfection, which means I want to do my Strike Storm. Let's go ahead and do the gradient attack first. Because we get to apply the Angel Eyes, the Oriel, and also it's decent damage.
Maximum damage.
Now that does move us up to A Perfection, but I think it's still worth. It's still worth, right? It's got to be worth it. Ooh, and now we're at S. The problem is this guy's gonna have 2 attacks before we'd get back to Verso. So I think once again we're gonna wait on a Steeled Strike, and we're going to do Strike Storm instead. Although follow-up, maybe this is the time to do follow-up. Let's try it and see how much damage it does. Not bad. 300k. Love it. I'm still way too early on that. The one right after the second jump attack. Shit, late. I was like listening for a sound effect to hopefully cue me into what I needed to do there. Dang it. We don't have a lot of AP for Verso, so this is a perfect time for us to res CL. Oh, I got my benefit of contamination.
Let's gamble.
Now CL is full AP. Is this when we go into Twilight? I think so. Let's try to get a mark. We can go to 4 AP, right? Because Sealed Fate is 4. Wow. Didn't get a single mark. Okay, Sealed Fate. Send us into Twilight.
Your fate is sealed.
Okay, damage.
Bring it on.
Almost came close to getting every single parry there. We were so close to getting it all.
I'll manage.
All right. We're only at B perfection, so Steeled Strike is less exciting. Could be a good time for a Berserk Slash. Missing a bunch of HP. See if we can get a mark. Oh, we go straight to S. Yo. Is that because of his weapon? Does his weapon like put us straight to S rank when we get like a mark or something from it? How does that work? Or when we apply Powerless, maybe? I'm gonna try Steel Strike now. We're in S, it's time. Go, go, go. Okay. We got a pretty buff Twilight over here. Let's see if we can make the most of it. Now the problem is I don't have any AP at the moment. So what I could do is I could just go... I could use her grading attack here to give her another turn. Shadowbringer would apply 1 foretell per hit. We're at max foretell already. But I think that's fine, because what I want to do is I want to give myself some AP, like this, and now do a grading attack to allow me to generate even more AP. Even though he is resistant to it, I did forget about that part. But we got our second turn now. It's our last turn of Twilight, but we could just do a Spectral Sweep. Oh, but we're up to 20 foretell. I think we want to consume all the foretell if we can. So Phantom Blade here has got to be good, right? This is where we do Phantom Blade. So I have 5 AP, or I need to have 5 AP, which means I can do 2. I can take 2 to try to get a mark. No mark. But let's see about this. This could be like the coolest, the most damaging Phantom Blade ever.
Lady Luck's smiling today.
He was resistant to it, and it still did like 300k. Dang it. Dang it. I forgot that Verso still had his move. No. Oh, that Steel Strike is so good.
Bring it on.
Applies inverted to the Expedition. I was wondering what we might do once we get to half health. Attack swiftly. God damn it. That's supposed to be a jump. That's supposed to be a jump attack. I think Verso's gonna res.
I die again.
Yeah, you did die again. Now, one thing I have just remembered is the fact that there is a Minoko leg on the line, and Minoko's not in our party. Minoko ain't here. So this, let's get a little bit more of experience. Just see if there's any additional moves for phase 2 here. But then I think we're gonna resign the fight and make sure Minoko's in there, because I do want to get this ability. Like we might face the Dualliste again at some point here, but I don't want to miss the opportunity just in case this is our only chance. But we'll do a few more turns just to see if there's any new moves.
I'm back.
Just try it.
I'm late on that again, dang. Full counter, let's go. Full counter feels good, man. So far, not seen any new moves. We have so many revive tints, goddamn.
I'm back.
I was early on that. I think I was early on... I was early on that one, but I was late on the second. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. Use my res. So far, though, no new moves.
Go again.
So it doesn't look like there's any crazy shenanigans so far. At least at 50% is our breakpoint for phase 2, quote unquote. Doesn't seem to be much of a phase 2 here. I'm in D perfection right now. Maybe I should still... Actually, we might be able to get to C if I do a couple free aims. We go all the way to B. There's a weapon proc here that's happening where we're skipping ranks for some reason. And I'm not fully aware of why that's the fact.
Time to strike.
All right, I think I've found the rhythm on that strike storm. This was a jump. Early again. Just gotta be patient. You have to be patient after that second jump attack. Do not rush it. Let's just go straight for a final path. Oh, he's resistant. That's right. Resistant. Sail's not a great character to have in this fight. Let's do a marking shot.
Target marked. Incoming.
Yo, I thought I went too early that time. Nice. Okay. Wow, there's so many procs that we're getting from our Luminas. Looks awesome. You know what? I think I'm at the point where we're going to resign the fight. I think this is the point. Let's go ahead and abandon the battle. This thing has so much health, though. This thing has so much health, but we have a much better idea now about the moves. I think we've got a good handle on what's going on here. So, but like I said, just in case, you all obviously will know better than me because it's a blind playthrough. Just in case this is like our last chance to get Minoko a leg for Dualliste. I feel like the game would probably not do that to us, but you never know. Like we've missed out on, I think other things, like the record back in Lumiere, that from the mime in the prologue. Although, what happens when we go back to Lumiere to face Renoir? Will we have a second chance at beating that mime and getting that record? Don't tell me. But what I do know is I want to... Man, so Mael, we know that light attacks are good. Light attacks are good. So that means that Verso is a good candidate for being on board. Although right now his weapon is doing earth damage. Steel Strike does physical. Berserk Slash does physical. Perfect Break does light. And then Follow Up does light. So these are both pretty good. Does he have any other light abilities? None of these other ones are light, except for Purification. And I don't think that's a very high damage ability. What about his skill tree? He does have 11 skill points available. Phantom Stars, extreme light damage. But we'd have to spend... We don't have enough skill points to get Phantom Stars because we need to spend 4 to get to it. Speed Burst, high single target light damage. The damage increase... damage is increased by speed difference with the target. That's interesting wording there because I presume it would be increased by how much faster Verso is than the enemy. But you could read that in two ways. You could say, like, if the enemy is a lot faster and there's a big difference in speed in the opposite direction, maybe it would also increase damage. One of those details I'm not sure if I want to know yet. I'd have to look up on a wiki or have you guys tell me to know for sure. Do I want to know? Not sure yet. What other light skills here? Radiant Slash is low light damage. It's used more as a break, a cheap break, looks like. And then you have Light Holder that does medium single target light damage. It does get a benefit from A rank, which is something we do not have a lot of skills that do anything at A rank. But it only gives him +2 AP, which is good. But it's not like we're starving for AP in this fight. Endbringer does physical damage. I don't think I want to add any new skills for Verso. Can I sort these actually by element? I can. I forgot that that was an option. So where are the... We have at least one light. Oh, it uses the weapons element. So for CL, she actually might be good for this fight if we can get stuff like Harvest that actually uses the weapons element. Okay, maybe I need to swap in Harvest for Dark Wave. And then we can bring in... What else uses the weapons? This is dark damage. Dark damage, dark damage. Dark damage! Oh, and she has this Fortune's Fury. Oh, dude, we need to have this. We need to have... Yeah, okay, Caesarian Bond is terrible in this fight because there's no other enemies to apply for it to. So let's bring in Fortune's Fury, and then we can use that for someone like Verso when he has a big Steeled Strike that's about to go off. That's perfect, actually. Oh, and then Delay and Slash does use the weapons element. So we can use that instead of Phantom Blade. She'll lose an ability to break, but that's okay. This is not a boss that we're going to be breaking very easily or often. So now these all use the weapons element, except for Final Path, which may still be worth doing just to apply 10 Foretell in one fell swoop and spend a bunch of AP. It still does a decent amount of damage, even though it's dark. I think that feels like a good lineup for CL, and maybe we just run it back, actually, with Minoko in the party. With those two. Because that actually felt... the fact that they were doing some light damage abilities. We can even check Minoko and see. I don't think he has any light skills, but I don't know. It's already sorted by element. Are there any light damage? We have lightning damage. Not... Oh, there's Claire Enfeeble that does medium light damage to all enemies and applies Powerless. Medium light damage. And we're already applying Powerless with Verso. So that feels kind of redundant. And also the medium damage makes it feel like it's maybe kind of weak. But I haven't tested it. I don't know. Ballet Charm is low light damage. We might change, though, some of his skills here to be a little bit more single target centric. Sakapatat Slam. We could swap that out for something that deals just single target. That's not dark damage. So we want to do anything that's not dark damage, basically. Now, Sakapatat Slam still could be good, even if it's only... Maybe we leave this, actually, because it's okay if it hits all enemies, quote unquote. It could still just be really good for hitting the guy when he's marked. So maybe I will just leave the lineup. I'll just leave this lineup the way it is for Minoko, because I kind of like this setup for him. Let's just leave it. And we'll also leave all the Pictos the way they are. I'm not going to make any other major tweaks other than, did I change the party? Let's actually change the party so it looks the way that I want it. So now let's give this another shot. Let's give this another shot. This is much more of a handful. This is not just like 3 random Nevrons. You've got an actual boss fight in this one, which is cool. That's how you do that one. Let's go. Finally was patient enough.
Incoming.
I've seen that move. I know what to do with that move.
My turn.
All right. D-perfection. If we're lucky here, we do want to get these dorks out of here as soon as possible. But if we're lucky, then we can do a strike storm. Perfect. I'll just strike storm this guy out of here. It's probably going to be overkill, but focus fire.
Time to strike.
We still have, yeah, we have 9 AP for CL, so let's just go ahead and use the Vital Path on this guy. I don't know if he's resistant to dark, but we'll find out.
Cards have spoken.
He is, goddammit. No, shit. Why do you do so much damage? You do have powerful, I guess.
Lovely feet.
All right, Minoko is in it this time, and we would like to be able to get him into Almighty Mask if we can. Perfect. Although he does need a heal. Oh, well, there's a couple burns on that guy, so he might... You've got to be kidding me. I missed both of those parries. What the fuck? Well, can I get you out of here with free aims? You have burns, so it's possible... Never mind. Okay, cool. Don't even have to worry about it. What I do have to worry about, though, is getting my party back to life. So let's revive CL, because she's faster, I think.
Disaster expedition, eh?
Wow, okay. Missing these parries here so far. An inauspicious start. But we'll get this back on track soon enough. There's our beneficial contamination. I'm gonna res Minoko this time.
Don't worry, I'm here.
No, I had that. I had that. And I went too early on the last one. Shit. God damn it, man. This motherfucker. Okay, let's revive Verso this time.
Don't worry, I'm here.
Too early. Way too early on that first one. So close to figuring out that these full combos, these full sets of attacks shall be parried. It's only a matter of time. There's my beneficial contamination.
Don't die next time.
Oh, he would attack the expedition. I got the counter though this time. Let's go.
Time to take risks.
Minoko is still in Almighty Mask, which is cool. So he's going to be able to do a big old Sagabatot fire. I think I'm just going to settle for a harvest here. Oh, but I haven't applied any foretell. So maybe I'll wait to do that. And I'll just do a spectral sweep instead. Yeah, let's just do that. Sea Perfection for Verso. Perfect time to do a Strike Storm. but if I do a free aim, I'm going to be in B. So let's keep ourselves in C. Strike Storm's got to be better than a Berserk Slash, right? We haven't lost enough health, I don't think, to make Berserk Slash better.
Time to strike.
That still was kind of lackluster, but it is what it is. 2 Gradient Charges, by the way. Is there ever a world here where I do Sanctuary? Actually, Sanctuary is kind of tempting. The shields would be good. And we should stay in Almighty Mask, right? It's not gonna... I don't think the gradient attacks move Minoko out of his mask. So what we do is we just do a couple free aims, and then we do Sanctuary. Frames.
Sweet taste of blood.
And now we get to do a Saga Patat Fire. Oh, he's resistant to fire? Oh, that's creepy. I didn't realize he was resistant to fire. Nice. Having that shield was great.
Full deck.
Having that shield worked out perfectly. Okay, he has 10 Foretell applied. So why don't we consume all of it with a Delay and Slash? So I need 5 AP for it. See if we can get a mark. Got a burn. I'd like to get a mark if I can. There we go. I think I'm still doing Delay and Slash. That puts me in the Twilight, but that's fine. I could also Harvest. I could also consume all the Foretell to heal. That's actually what I should do, right? Just do a Harvest. It's just going to be less damage to him, I think. But topping off CL feels pretty good.
Unusual life.
It's actually very weak. But it is a full heal. Stormblood. I still win early. Yo, I'm still jumping the gun on that last one. We're so close to getting Stormblood. Outered. I'm not doing a gradient attack here. 5 AP. Do we just go with a marking shot? Could I possibly get a follow-up? Oh, it's going to take us a minute to get to A, or to get to S. Oh, I can actually do Strike Storm here. Oh, I didn't realize I'm just going to... Let's do one more free aim. And we'll do another Strike Storm.
Time to strike.
Cool. Oh, and Minoko gets to give everybody a bunch of AP too, if he wants. Is that what he wants? I think so. CL didn't exactly need it, but that's fine.
Better.
Now do we want to do a gradient attack with CL? Apply 1 Foretell. That might be pretty good. We apply a bunch of Foretell this turn, and then we can consume it before Twilight goes away. We can consume it with Delay and Slash. So why don't we do some... Yeah, we'll do it like this. Oh, we actually went up to Doom. Or we had... Did we just get an extra gradient charge and I missed it? We must have had it before already. I don't think you can get gradient charges from free aims, right? It's only through skills. Could be wrong about that. Do I still want to do Shadowbringer and apply a bunch of Foretell? I think so. But oh, because Doom is dark. These are both dark abilities. Maybe it's not even worth it. Because he's resistant to dark. So maybe it's just better to do... How do I want to sequence this? I would love to be able to do Fortune's Fury. Okay, I'm gonna stick to what I did. Even though he's resistant, we're gonna build up a bunch of Foretell with Shadowbringer. Because I'm starting to kind of think ahead a little bit to being able to give a Fortune's Fury to Verso when he's about to do a Steeled Strike. I'd love to be able to pull that off. And the turn order is set up to where we could do that if everything plays out the way we want it to. So now we oh, and we applied 20 foretell because we're in Twilight. I forgot about that. So that's even more awesome. Because now we do I think we do a delay and slash. If it moves him back a turn, that's even better. I don't think it's going to do that, but I'm mainly doing this for the damage. Although Sealed Fate is high light damage instead of medium light. So maybe the Sealed Fate's just better damage. That's better, isn't it? Almost 200k. Let's go. Get countered, dork. Oh, I don't have 9 AP. Oh, that's the one part of my plan here that got screwed up. I have no AP for Verso to do what he wants to do. All right, we're just gonna do a follow-up then, I think. And then maybe we'll have to give Verso some AP with a tint.
Incoming.
Let's go. Starting to get these counters.
Full deck.
Feels good, baby. Do I want Verso to... He might need to give himself AP, to be honest. Because I want to spend AP with the other characters. They got AP to spend, man. And I think we're just going to go straight to a final path. No, we want to consume... We need to consume the foretell, though, that's on there. We want to consume the foretell. Maybe I just do a delay and slash this time. Move his turn back even more. I think I'll do that. Yo. Okay, wait a second. That was actually a lot of damage. That was almost 300k. Never mind. Delay and slash is actually fucking awesome. Is it because it's one hit? Even though it says medium damage and Sealed Fate is high damage, I think the abilities that have one instance of damage still hit they're a lot more potent than you might otherwise think. So I need to start taking that into account. I think Verso needs to give himself AP here. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Verso is going to give himself AP.
I am refreshed.
And Minoko is refreshed, which is great. Minoko, I think, I guess he just wants to do a Chapelier slash. Sure. It's all right. It's all right.
It's locked on you.
So now CL has a moon charge, which means we'll go into Twilight if we do a final path. But now we can do a final path and actually apply a bunch of foretell. So let's do it, and we'll spend her AP in the process. And Verso is now set up to do a Steeled Strike. And presumably CL, like, she's gonna get max AP from this, right? She refills her AP, so she's gonna be able to do a Fortune's Fury next turn. if we're so lucky as to get Verso not knocked out or interrupted from his steeled strike.
Prepare for oblivion.
Stormblood. No, I swear to God, that was...
Favorite part.
I thought that was perfectly on time. Okay, but the good news is Stormblood did not target Verso. Okay, so I kind of just do a Sagapatat Slam, actually. Although at the same time, well, it's going to be only one hit, right? So it doesn't consume the double mark. There's going to be a mark there for when Verso does his, and it's 13 hits anyway from Steeled Strike, so it's whatever. We can still do the Sagapatat Slam. And that's 172k.
Deck.
Awesome. So it's unfortunate to use one of her Twilight turns here to just do a Fortune's Fury, but you know, this skill is going to be like this. It's still going to give twice the damage to Verso than he would otherwise have. So it's got to be good, right? Right? This is like the perfect time to use it.
Let's carve a path.
What? Oh my God. Oh my God, was that good or what? And we countered that move. Let's go. Dude. Oh, he's still got another turn? What the hell? Oh, and I missed both of them. You gotta be kidding me. Not now. Not now. We're so close to getting this. Holy crap. Did he speed up or what? God damn. We did 1.3 million damage. Are you serious? Okay, Fortune's Fury. That's a win for Fortune's Fury, for sure. Holy moly. Okay, so what else? What else are we gonna do here? I just need to spend, I gotta res. I gotta do a res. So we want to spend, that's good enough. So we want to spend some of his AP. And then, oh, but I want to do a gradient attack, don't I? Because I can give myself Angel Eyes. Okay, that's actually really good. So let's see if we can get a mark before we do that. If I spend all my AP, it's fine. I just want a mark. Give me a mark. And now we do Angel Eyes. Yes. Don't know why I'm thinking about it so hard. Good damage. Okay. That gave back a whole bunch of AP as well. But I do need to res my allies soon. So, of course, before I do that, I'm gonna spend a bunch of AP again, or at least a little bit. Maybe not a bunch, but it'd be nice to apply a mark if possible, but I'm not gonna go overboard. Let's get CL back because she's faster, I think. Yeah, and then she has a chance to res Minoko. That's the way that works. Minoko used to be a lot faster, but I changed his Pictos around, so. Or did I respec him? I can't remember for sure. I like getting a beneficial contamination if I can. There we go. Down to 6 revive tints, still plenty. Plenty in the tank. Okay. Now, we have no gradient charges, so we can't do Sanctuary. And if I do Bachelier Fortify, which I want to do, I can still give AP to everybody, but I won't give them shields. That's fine. I kind of want to, I want them to have shell at the very least. No beneficial contamination, no mark, unfortunate. Oh, I can do one more. Still unfortunate. It's okay, it's all right. Verso looks so weird when he's inverted. But who doesn't?
Go hit them back. Oh well.
All right, combo. At least you know this one is a gradient at the very end, so even if you miss one, you can still get that sweet counter at the end of things. So full AP, but we're not in S, so I don't think I want to do another Steeled Strike just yet. Do I? I don't think so. It's tempting because we've got CL lined up with another Fortune's Fury if we wanted to. But this time it's a little more risky when the Dualliste is going to have a turn after CL does the Fortune's Fury. And if Verso gets interrupted there, then the Fury goes to waste. And the Steeled Strike, so it's like, it's a little bit riskier than I would prefer. Just a little bit. So we'll go with strikes one time.
Strike.
It's still good. In this case, I will go for at least one free aim. No beneficial contamination there. So we could just settle for a Spectral Sweep. He's already at 10 Foretell. There's no reason to heal with Harvest. I could just go with the Delay and Slash. We know how potent that is now. Let's see if we can get a mark. Because now the incentive to get a mark, knowing how powerful the one hit of Delay and Slash is, or I guess it's 2 hits. Excuse me. That is so nice. Wow. Do I do a follow-up here? It's not going to be an insane follow-up. Minoko, though, is going to be able to do a Bachelier Fortify. So we'll get some AP back. Now the follow-up might be a little better. We're gonna have to get rid of this mark unless I do a marking shot now. Maybe I just do a marking shot. Or I could do a Berserk Slash. I'm gonna stick to follow-up. It's gonna get rid of my mark, but it might bring the mark back, right? Stay marked is a thing. And reapplying mark could be a thing. So the follow-up might end up being way better than I thought it was. Yo, okay.
Eyes up, Minoko.
We're close to getting this, guys. Focus in. Focus in. I still win so early. When will I ever just calm the hell down? Calm the hell down and focus in on not parrying too soon. I'm just gonna go straight. I'm not gonna consume the mark here. I'll leave it for CL, but I will use the Bachelier Fortify to give everybody some AP, give them a shield, and reapply their buffs. So now CL has 7, and she could do a Spectral Sweep to put herself into Twilight. No reason to do a Fortune's Fury here, I don't think. So let's just do the Spectral Sweep.
Your turn to dance.
Yes. Counters are happening. Would love to do a Steeled Strike to finish things off, but I don't think we're going to need it. At the same time, I could do a Sabotage. That would let Verso get to 9 AP. And we could do a Steeled Strike. I kind of want the stylish finish, man. I want it. Oh my god, what? Oh, never mind. Was that light damage? Is that why that did so much damage at the end? I apologize that my frames are, you know, we're having some hiccups in the game, but I think that's what happened there. I think that must be what happened. Okay. Another Dualliste out of my game. That ended up being so much more intense than the first 2 waves that we faced in the Endless Tower, but that was so much fun. We get an upgrade, I think, to Greater Defenseless, That goes to a level 21. And we get another grandiose Chroma Catalyst. And we get a new Minoko ability. Trial complete. Dualliste's Foot. Let's check it out. Let's give it a look here. What do we have? Ooh, it's another Almighty Mask ability. Dualliste Storm. 8 AP. Can break. Deals extreme single target physical damage. 4 hits. Okay, we are, I think, swapping that out in place of Sagapatat Fire. Sagapatat Fire is cool, but it's not as powerful as I was thinking it might be. I guess the power lies in the fact that you can hit all the enemies. It's not nearly as flashy when you can only hit, when there's only one enemy to hit. Dualliste Storm, on the other hand, that could be pretty sweet. So we'll see what that looks like in action soon enough. For the moment, I think I am going to, we're not going to jump into another round of the painting, because that was enough of a harrowing affair for one day. Let me just check the menu at least and see what it offers. Yeah, it just goes to stage 2. Okay, so it looks like maybe we got like a rule of 3 going on here. You've got 3 trials in each stage, perhaps. And that'll be fun maybe to jump in. Maybe that could be a thing to have as your, try to do like 1 stage per episode that you're actually in the Endless Tower, something like that. They might start ramping up in difficulty pretty significantly, so who knows if that will work out for us or not. But I will quickly take my usual break, and then we'll figure out where we're going next. Okay, let me actually check something here before we head back to the continent. I just want to verify. We are using roulette, right? We are using, we do have it, okay. So that was probably, that was another thing that played into that, that Fortune's Fury Steeled Strike. I didn't see it for sure, but I'll check the footage when I go back. I'm guessing we probably got a roulette that, that procced at the right time for us. So that helps. Roulette can definitely help if it happens at the right time. So let's head back to the continent. And as I was thinking about it during my break, there's a few different things that we could do, but I think the one that's interesting, or that most interests me, words are hard, I want to go to the casino. Speaking of roulette, we have never actually gone in the casino, and I kind of want to see what it's all about. So let's head there. I think it's actually just right across the way as well. It's right in the neighborhood. So so let's give it a look, shall we? Who knows? It might just be a record in here or something, but let's take a peek in the casino. Or it's not just the casino, it's the Flying Casino. Game Club there on the front. What do we got in here? Is it a whole new zone? Oh, I see a Go Blue. There's a Go Blue there. Another Expedition Zero flag. This is the entrance of the Flying Casino. We'll switch it up to Minoko here. Minoko's going to be our front man for the... What actually is going on here? There's a Go Blue here with some bunny rabbits. And what other animal is here? Is this a wolf or a dog? Can we talk to you at all? You're not moving, although it kind of feels like you're feeding the rabbits. One of them certainly thinks like you're feeding it. What the hell is going on here, man? This is definitely not your... This is not your average casino. Ah, wait a second. There might be our casino. I was like, this is not what I expect to see inside a casino.
Casino.
Based on the name of the zone, Mael, I think you're a little late to the party. But yes, I think that's what we're dealing with here. And apparently, the ones running the place, I should have known there would be some gesturals involved. Yes. What humans up here? What? What is this place? It's still so funny seeing Minoko with the monocle. The distinguished. What is this place? This? Why, this is the whole world. What do you mean by the whole world? I ended up here after the fracture and couldn't get back down, so it's my whole world. Do you want help getting back down? Nah, I'm good. Who'd watch over things if I left? Nah. See, this place is a living piece of history. Used to be the place to be, you know? Play some games, drink some drinks, gamble a bit, all the fun stuff. Now it's like, well, you know. Anyway, just don't talk to that dimwit over there. Who's that? Such a downer, stuck in the past. Talk to him and he'll drown you in nostalgia. Who? Who? There must be another gestural nearby. Somewhere in the neighborhood that's gonna be Debbie Downer. But he's not hiding back over here, so I think we're going forward. Also, I'm gonna take a moment and enjoy photo mode. I have to take a moment because photo mode's too much fun. And I want to look around. Take that collision off, get that out of here. Except, dang it, hold on. Collision off. Oh, toggle menu, that's the one. There it is. There it is. The funky casino tunes playing here as well. What is with the flying wildlife though? Oh, it is like a, it's Shamu. Purple Shamu. Just trying to get like a good angle here for a screenshot, but I think it's probably, I think I need to wait. Let's give it a moment while the Shamu patrols around. Get the Shamu in a different angle. And maybe get our party in a different angle as well. Maybe we'll do it like right here. No, come back. There we go. Do it like right here. So we can do it like this. Yeah. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one, although the game club, it doesn't, not all the letters are filled in. There we go. Gotta get the letters to, oh no, but when you zoom out, okay, so you gotta be like right here. There we go, okay, game club. There we go, perfect. All right, there's our casino screenshot for the road. Very important part of doing business here. Oh, is this, wait, it's boarded up. Hello? You see nobody inside. Do you call out? Not just yet. Let me check around the back first. Could be some items stashed over here. And in fact, there is an item. Lumina.
Ow, wow.
Is this one of those like delayed pop-ups? I'm not gonna see what the item is for like another 15 seconds or something. We had this happen before, I think in Verso's drafts, right? Give it a moment, guys. Give it a moment. Wait for it. The suspense is killing me. It's not gonna. Maybe it'll happen after we do the dialogue here. I'm guessing it's just a color of Lumina. Let's call out this time. No response. Try again. If at first you don't succeed, yell again. We gotta keep trying, right? There we go. Just like I should have done with the Oscar the Grouch hiding in the trash can way back in Lumiere oh so long ago. Could you peasants please cease that infernal shouting? Why were you not answering? To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? What are you doing hiding in here? I am a lone intellectual, cast aside by my people whose constant obsession with conflict drove me away. We are fellows then. Minoko really does look like a fellow intellectual though. He's definitely playing the part. So it appears. Isn't this the old Justral Casino? Indeed it is. I maintain this place even after its fall, so its history is never forgotten. Before the fracture, I ran this establishment. The joy of seeing people revel in their fortunes. And the despair when they lost it all. I miss those times. Which one do we want to do here? Yeah, I feel you. Times were simpler back then. They sure were. My friend, your clothing is a disaster. Are you kidding me? You should wear something befitting your stature. Here, try these on. They're from ancient times. Now you look like a true gentleman. I mean, I'm not sure. These chic outfits are pretty tough to beat. But I'll take a look at what you're offering from simpler times. Okay. What the? Thank you, you most cultured swine. You're welcome, you equally cultured swine. This is apparently a great, this is high praise among the casino-oriented gestrels. So, are you kidding me? We're not even gonna, is this all we came here for, was a costume? We're not actually gonna get to gamble? Are we not gonna get to gamble? That's so disappointing. But we do get a, oh, a Lumiere suit for Minoko. I mean, we've got a couple pretty schwanky options for Minoko now. The monocle, though, is so difficult to beat. Oh, man. This is okay, but I love this chic outfit. Did you give us anything for anybody else? It looks like it was just for Minoko. Should we try talking with the other people? As one of the other people? Let's just try Minoko one more time. Oh, there it is. Reverie Don Peri. We did get... we had to wait for it. Oh, my God. So we get a new record. Cool. Hello, my friend. Oh, that's it. Let's try anyone else. The gestural does not respond. Does he actually only respond to Minoko? That's funny. Not even Verso gets a response. So it's a good thing we just happened to choose Minoko as our lead operator here, because he gets a new outfit. All right, so there we go. The casino. I was hoping, honestly, though, I was hoping for some sort of like mini game that involved gambling. I don't know if I mentioned this. Like I've mentioned it, I think, in other playthroughs. Although I'm not sure. It's so tough to keep track of exactly what you said in one playthrough versus another, or whether you said it at all. Such a downer, stuck in the past. But I was gonna say, back in the day, many years ago, I did play, ever so briefly, I did play poker professionally. It was very low stakes. I was not a high roller by any stretch, but it was during the online, when online poker was a big, huge fad at the time. But there were some sites out. There were some of those poker sites that were available at the time. There was a lot of fish. There were a lot of people who did not know how to play. And some of those sites were pretty lucrative if you knew what you were doing, which I kind of sort of did. So I was hoping, man, the gambling instinct in me was wanted to play a little bit of, I don't know if we were going to have poker necessarily, but something casino related. Unfortunately, it was a little bit different. It was a little bit of a different experience than what I was expecting or hoping for. So we move on. We move on and we figure out what else we're going to do here. I think we're just going to kind of poke around, continue to poke around the continent and see what other stuff we can find. The chromatic petanque is gone and dealt with. So I don't think there's anything remaining over here. We picked up the item that was here before. We could go and do battle with some of these random groups of enemies. But I still feel like that's something that I'm just going to do in my own time. It doesn't feel like the most exciting thing to be spending our episode on. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm sure there's lots of you in the audience that just want to see it all. There's a chromatic here we could try to tussle with, but I'm kind of not really feeling that at the moment. I think let's head over. Let's give some speed to SK here. And now that we've looked at the flying casino, We have some unfinished business over in the Crimson Forest. We also have some unfinished business here, I think, with this chromatic hexra. Should we give that guy a shot? Have we bought everything from this gestural? We have. We could maybe give that a look here, since we're in the vicinity. I'm a little worried that we might be way too strong for this chromatic at this point. So I might want to buff up the enemy life multiplier a little bit. Just put it at ×2. But otherwise, even if we are relatively strong for this chromatic, there was definitely a gimmick before that I did not figure out. And I may still not figure it out, which is why I've been a little worried about going back here. I've been a little bit concerned. Because it never feels great to be flummoxed, you know? When you can't figure something out. But should we keep the same... Let's just keep the same party lineup that we had with the Dualliste battle. Let's not switch anything up just yet. Let's get back into things here. Chromatic hexra. And it sure seemed like the color of the chromatic was of significance, but I never figured out what exactly it meant. Now, in this case, hitting the crystal doesn't have any color at the moment. It's just like pale. But hitting it doesn't seem to have any effect just yet. Was that because there were shields on this thing? Okay, we are pretty strong for it, aren't we? We are pretty strong. So let's actually let's do an abandon here. I don't want this to be a complete cakewalk. I don't want it to be a complete, like, just curb stomp. So maybe we'll bump this up to a ×5. That was only like 10k, right? That was only like 10k. We might need to put this at ×10. I don't know. But also, if I can't figure out... There was a... Previously, we got to a point where we couldn't damage the thing at all. So, it may not matter at all what health multiplier I use until I actually figure out the puzzle aspect of this chromatic. So we'll give this another shot here. This music is so peaceful. Okay. Give ourselves a little bit of AP. And then we can do a Spectral Sweep. Okay. It has not changed color yet. I don't... yeah, let's just keep going. Keep going. I'm not going to be able to do a Chapelier Slash. So I might just settle for a Bachelier Fortify. And I think I will. Give everybody their buffs. And some AP.
Permit me to help.
Shield-powered combo. Oh, he's doing so little damage to us as well. I had a feeling that we were going to be pretty strong. Okay, a strange power emanates from the crystal. So now it turned white, correct? We want to get rid of these shields. And we reapply Mark. Do I just go with a... I think I just go with a Strike Storm here because one hit will take off the shield and then we'll still get a good amount of damage. Should get a good amount of damage, but we'll see. At some point here, I feel like this thing's going to go immune on us like it did before. Do I just jump in with another Spectral Sweep? So far, free aiming for the big crystal on top doesn't seem to have an effect. Maybe it's better to just go for a delaying slash. We're so fast compared to this thing.
My turn.
Now Verso can do a follow-up, although it would be a kind of a weak one, unless I get some procs. Okay. Now it's going to be a bit stronger. We're dealing a significant amount of damage, even at a 10 times enemy health multiplier. Sagabatot Slam. I don't have a mark at the moment. Should I try to go for one? I think I will try. Rip. So now I can just go for another Bushilia Fortify? Question mark? It's kind of weak, but I'll do it. I like getting the shield. Shield's not as important, though, against this guy, because he's not really hitting us for that much. I mean, if we did enough damage here, it's possible we could just one-shot the guy before he ever goes into whatever immune state that he was in before. I want to do a final path. Okay, that wasn't as crazy strong as I thought it might be. Another follow-up, or do we try to charge up some AP for Verso? I'll go for another follow-up. It's fine. Even if it's on the weaker side. It's still 216k. What the hell? Okay, he powers up. Now he goes yellow. And then a strange power emanates from the crystal, and now he goes orange and gives himself a couple shields. All right. Can I affect the crystal by hitting it? No. No. This is our last turn of... Oh, crap. I need to do one more free aim because I didn't get the damage from the... Yeah, I need to... If I'm actually do a skill this turn, I have to do Harvest. That's going to consume all the Foretell. That actually only increases your heal when it consumes the Foretell, so that's not good. It's probably better just to do an attack here. Which is maybe what I should have done before that last free aim. I could leave the mark on there and just use a tint. If the thing is not immune, though, like, this is going to be really easy. And so far, it's not immune, although... How did it go immune on us last time? How did that happen? I think we're actually going to give Verso AP. Verso could actually do a Steeled Strike before the enemy attacks. Is this fight just going to be way too freaking easy? Do I take it because it's just a Chromatic hexra and it's not the end of the world if this fight ends up being a cakewalk? Yeah, I think I can honestly live with it. If this fight ends up just being way too easy,
Ready to strike.
then so be it. I'm hoping that that you all will be okay with that as well. It is just a Chromatic hexra, right, guys? Although there is part of me that wants to figure out whatever was going on. Oh, see, okay, so now Chromatic hexra's crystal is vulnerable. So we can free aim at it sometimes and have an effect on it. Is that because it had turned orange, but it wasn't red yet? Because I feel like isn't that what happened before? He got into this red state where his crystals were red, and he became immune at that point. Am I wrong about that? Well, this... I want to do Fortune's Fury. I want to do Fortune's Fury. This is... It's what I want to do, man. I want to do it. If it kills the guy, so be it. I don't know why we were so hard stuck before, but I think we're just too strong, even with times 10, and whatever sequence that the hexra did previously, we were too quick for him this time. We didn't give him time to get into that immune state. So, okay. Energizing Revive has been obtained. It's only a level 8 Pictos, which goes to show just exactly when we should have done this enemy. It's a little bit overdue. Energizing Revive, though, does... I didn't actually read it. What does it do? Oh, we also picked up Anti-Stun. Anti-Stun. One thing at a time here. Gotta go way down the list to find Energizing Revive. Plus 3 AP to all allies when revived. That's okay. That's an alright one. I'll level that at some point. And then... Oh, I could have gone through from the bottom. Anti-stun. When did we get this? I don't think I mentioned last time, but we have anti-blight that I picked up. Obviously I went back to the merchant in the Reacher to buy anti-blight. Did I also get anti-stun from him as well? I don't think I did, but I don't remember exactly when we got this. Feel free to remind me. Greater Defenseless we just got earlier, or the level up to it we just got earlier, so... Okay, there we go. We already picked up the other Pictos that was here, so I think that does it for the Stone Waves. The Stone Waves Cliff... Stone Wave Cliff's Cave? Is that what it was called? Chromatic Hexra is out of the game. Even at times 10 health, still no match. Stone Wave Cliff's Cave. Say that 10 times fast. All right, where to now? Flap, flap, flap. Where shall we flap, flap, flap? To where shall we flap, flap, flap? We do have this, this one zone over here at the beginning that used to be dangerous, but it is no longer. Redwoods. Go check this out. Because I think we have a ton of chroma now, don't we? Not as much as I thought. 358k. Now that still might be more than enough to... Oh, you know what? I recognize this now. I can see it, guys. I know what I'm looking at now. It's the top of a... It's the half pumpkin head. That's what this thing is. And we're probably going to summon it, so it's a chromatic fight. That's got to be what's going on here, right? The odd-looking fountain. I don't think it's... I think it's more than a fountain. The last time Chrome was poured inside, the fountain began to speak. Let's do another 10k and see what happens. Grief is not a burden that needs to be carried alone. Still, it has broken the minds of many, with profound consequences. Okay, let me guess, 15k for the next... 25k! I'm not so excited about pouring in 25k chroma if it's just a fight against one of these... Is it a troubadour? What are these things called? It's... Minoko's got the skill for it, right? Sorry, Venusaur. If it's just a chromatic Venusaur, I'm not as... We'll get around to that at some point. When I really... Like, there's so many vendors now where we have Pictos to buy and upgrade that are going to cost so much frickin' chroma. We got to figure out when we're going to get to it all.
Bye.
Did he say sun, here I come? Where is the sun? Is that just the sun behind some sort of a moon? The sun and the moon, the big eclipse. Because there is no other sun anywhere, right? This must be it. AKA what I think to be the entryway into the zone. The portal that leads you into the canvas. What do we got here? There's still a... There's a frickin', whatchamacallit. What are these things called? I've forgotten the name of this. I just remember it being very annoying. We got one of these things to deal with down here. Oh, and speaking of Benosaurs, there's another one here. They're guarding an item. Sure, let's take them out and get the item. I do have the multiplier on ×10 still. See if that's, we'll see if that's a good or a bad idea. Unless these guys are connected to... They are! God damn it.
You're outmatched.
They're connected to the Burgeon. As we were going into the fight, I remembered what it was called. They're connected to the Burgeon. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this right now. Not a Burgeon, guys. Burgeon is beyond... especially at ×10 health. I'm good. I'm good. The only question is, where is it going to take me back to? I think we're going to come out of the Redwoods, probably. I think that was our last save point. This is kind of a... It's kind of a... it is a... This game is so much fun. And we're also at a stage of the game that's a little bit funky in terms of figuring out where to go at certain times. We've been in here, right? The white tree was just like a single a record or something in here. But let's just double check. Yeah, it was just one of these zones. Just one of these. I think I did see a group of enemies, though, that might be worth... That might be worth taking a look at. Because I think there was an item...
Here we go.
Over here that I saw earlier. Close to the Sacred River. It's just such a big continent, and there's so many places to go and so many things to find.
Flashing through the sky.
That is not a place where we can land, is it? But I think the place that I was thinking of is... Oh, hello there. I've never seen you before. Is it a Goblu?
Go.
Yo, is this actually a Goblu? Okay, I'm interested...
Through the sky.
I'm actually kind of interested in... I really liked the Goblu boss fight. Of course, it was an early stage boss, not the most ridiculous boss ever. So... Is there an item to be had here? There is an item here. So let's do this. Let's set down and go to camp, because I actually don't want it to be ×10 for these guys. But we can leave it like maybe ×5? Question mark? Let's see what ×5, see how that feels. And I think also we will, since we're dealing with multiple enemies, we'll bring back in Lune. In place of Verso. Give Verso a break. And let Lune do her... Let her send all the enemies straight to hell. Take these guys out, and then get the item, which presumably is a Pictos. But we're just kind of in a little bit of cleanup mode here, you know? Cleaning up the continent. We'll take the shields off with your free aim, and hopefully get a mark in the process. That's what I was hoping for. And then we can do... Maybe I actually do Fortune's Fury. Oh no, but Lune's not going to have enough to do a Hell. So I won't do Fortune's Fury yet. I'll do instead Sealed Fate against this guy. I totally missed the quick time event.
Let us stain them.
Totally missed the quick time event. Yeah, so Lune actually wants to do Stormcaller here because we have a Fire Stain. If we give ourselves a Light Stain, then, or sorry, a Lightning Stain to go with our double Light Stains, then we'll have enough the correct stains to do Elemental Genesis. Now Minoko, I think we'll also, just for Minoko, we'll go ahead and give everybody some AP with Fortify, as well as buffs. Just no shield, but that's fine.
Useless.
It's locked on you.
Whoops. Okay. I've never seen that one before. That was a nice counter. By the way, I do understand now. It has been, somebody in the comments pointed out why we were able to remove 2 shields at once with our free aims. Some battle last episode, I don't remember what. But it's because of the Stormcaller ability, which I had totally forgot about the part of that ability that when Stormcaller is active, any instance of damage, the enemy also takes an additional small amount of lightning damage. So free aims hit twice, which is awesome. Now Lune is ready to do a Hell. But wait a second. Oh my god. We consumed... Oh, we're doing double strikes with Stormcaller because we consumed double Fire Stains. I didn't think about that. So that's fine though, because this lets Lune do a Hell, and we can power her up with a Fortune's Fury. Let's do it.
Let the ink flow.
And then the next turn we'll have enough for, or we'll have the right stains for an Elemental Genesis.
Feel the embrace of fire.
Or we just do half. Well, okay, the guy in the middle we almost killed. Some of these are a little bit more resistant to fire than others. That was good though. I'm liking this Fortune's Fury actually. Much more than I thought I would. Do I want to do another Fortify because I can't afford a Sakapatat Slam? It's not bad. Just give everybody some more AP. I love the fact that we're giving AP to everybody now when we do this. This guy is ready to break though. I didn't give Sniper to Minoko, I don't think, did I?
Go hit them back.
Okay. Smashing jump. Way too soon on the grading counter. Wow. I'm used to there being such a large... There's such a large window normally with the gradient counters like that, where you can basically just hit at any time and it'll work. Oh, okay, we countered that one. Nice. Excellent. We have enough for a Shadowbringer if we wanted. We could do Shadowbringer while we're in Twilight still. Is this guy resistant? I think this guy on the right is resistant to dark damage though, isn't he? So... we could do another Fortune's Fury. But I kind of want to take advantage of the fact that we're in Twilight. So why don't we do Sealed Fate? Oh, but I really need there to be Foretell on the guy to take full advantage of that. Maybe I do another Fortune's Fury for... I actually do that, right? I like powering up Lune here because she gets to do her Elemental Genesis. Yeah, let's just do it. Like, yeah, I'm not taking advantage of CL's, you know, the fact that she's in Twilight, but it's whatever. It's fine. Yeah, double hit from her free aims. There's a mark on you. And no mark on you, but I think we're still going to be in good shape here.
Meet your reckoning.
More than good shape. Are you kidding me? Oh, yo. Fortune's Fury. This is turning out to be, especially if you have your characters tweaked just how you want in terms of speed and their turn order, Fortune's Fury can be so potent. Love it. Oh, it's just chroma. Oh, I thought it was blue. I thought we were getting new Pictos. God damn it. All right, it is some chroma that we're gonna need eventually. We need as much chroma as we can get. But okay, this area was not accessible without flight, so that's cool. Good. Nothing else to find, I don't think. And down here, I think we've already explored. Anything else? There was one other set of enemies that I remember seeing. Let me just check my map here. Where were these guys? Oh, I think they were over here in the snow. So I actually need to head like
Hang on tight.
directly opposite of where I was going. I think they were over in this. Yeah, I saw these guys up here. And I think there was an item to go along with them. Was I wrong about that?
Hang on tight.
I could have sworn there was an item here. Maybe not.
Flashing
No, there is an
the
item right here.
sky.
There is an item. So let's go ahead and also do battle with these guys. Do I need to heal? No. Dismount, please.
Let us
I want my first strike. Give it to me. No Nevron legs to get. I don't remember how it works with this guy, but I seem to remember this being not the weak spot that I thought it was. Yeah. So, shields on both of these guys. Maybe we just start with another Stormcaller for Lune, and that'll kind of work or serve to take off some of these shields. And I can do an attack as well to take some of them off. Now, the only problem here with doing a Stormcaller is we do end up with double lightning stains. But that might be okay if we just do a Mayhem afterward. The alternative would be just doing a Healing Light and then setting up for a Hell the following turn. But there's nobody to heal. So I'm just gonna do the Stormcaller like I was planning.
Violence.
Having Minoko buff everybody is just too good. It's just too good, man.
Permit me to help.
Buffs, AP, it's all good. I don't think I've ever seen the Select do Earthquakes before. Okay, that's a pretty easy one.
Oh, really?
I forgot about the stabby moves this guy has. Yo, okay. Oh, because he's resistant to lightning. Good to know. All right. 8 AP now for Lune. Who do we focus on here? I want to do a Spectral Sweep on somebody. This guy feels like he's got a lot of health. Is this actually a weak point for the Stellax? Is this here a weak point? No, it's just the animation around there. I don't know, maybe. Is their shoulder a weak point? No, it doesn't say like it weakens. Is one of you weak to light? That's what I want to figure out here. You're resistant to light. Shit. Okay, it was early on a couple of those there. All right, so both Minoko and Ciel could use a heal. We're gonna have to do a mayhem with Lune. Let's see here. Yeah, this guy's resistant to lightning, so we want to aim for the Stalact, I think. Oh, he absorbed some of that.
My, what lovely feet.
The ice stain. I think that's what he did. Minoko has so much AP. I could just do a Dualliste Storm. Am I focusing on the... These guys do have a lot of health. Times 10 might be a little bit too much for these guys. Did I put it times 10 or times 5? I think it's times 5, actually. And that is proving to be a bit difficult here. Oh my god, we actually turned... Of course. Oh, he does like the Stormblood. Oh, that's cool. Okay, but I think... I think times 5 is too much, guys. No, I almost had it. I almost had it. That is such an easy one. But times 5 is too much. For just a regular group of enemies, we don't need to make it this tough, guys. We don't need to do it like this. I want to beat these guys, but I also don't want to be spending another hour just battling one little group of Nevrons. They're only accessible via flying, but this one, these guys do seem quite a bit stronger. So let's go ahead and mount up here. Find a good landing spot. Oh, it's behind us. It's behind us. Find a good landing spot and go to camp. So we can tone this down a bit, because it's a little crazy right now. Just a bit on the crazy side. We technically don't even have to beat these guys, because, like, you know, I can just pick up the item that's right there. It's not like you have to beat them first. But we're going to go ahead and just say regular. Non-challenge mode for once. I just wish it were a little easier. I wish you didn't have to go to the flag to do this. It would be nice to just go to the pause menu, so I don't have to go back to camp when I'm on the continent. But I understand there's reasons, probably reasons to make the player do this.
Go.
Dismount, please. Now this time we'll be able to do an elemental genesis if we want. So we'll go ahead and spend a couple AP here from Minoko and then do our Bashilia Fortify.
I'll go hit them back.
Eyes up, Minoko.
Earthquakes. I like this one. Dang it. I honestly kind of totally forgot what that one looked like, and I sort of got lucky that I realized, oh, it's actually going through the ground. And last second I hit the parry button and it was right on time. Nice to be lucky sometimes. We're gonna do a final path on this guy.
Your cards are smoking.
Your turn.
Yeah, this feels much better. You know, Okay. He has a long wind-up. A very long wind-up. Can I get a mark on at least a couple of you? Before I bust out my elemental genesis. Each hit deals a random element. Let's just hope we don't do ice against the stalactite. Oh, some of this is being absorbed, but overall we did more damage than we healed, so everything's fine. Okay, the stalactites can switch to fire. I'm not sure if I'd ever seen this particular enemy do that, but I know that the other enemies from the icy levels have those various modes available to them. This is going to be overkill, but this is going to put us in Almighty Mask, so I'll do it. And then we just have the stalactite to deal with, which should be no big deal. He just has a crap ton of health, my goodness. Do I want to do a gradient attack here? Shadowbringer. We've already got Foretell on the enemy. Let's just go ahead and probably a Sealed Fate. I missed the quick time event. Oopsie. Ice and Light Stain. Let's see. You don't need Tree of Life. Although it's interesting that Tree of Life gives you the 2 Light Stains. Which is kind of interesting if you want to do another Elemental Genesis. And boy, do I ever want to do another one. So I'm actually going to do it. We don't need this at all. Well, I mean, we could use the healing, but we really don't need it per se. But the 2 Light Stains is all I'm doing this for. Because it's time for the move we love. The move that we all love oh so much. Yo, what in the world? Okay, this is why it pays to take down these random groups of enemies, because you might just get new weapons or upgrades to weapons and upgrades to your Pictos. Sniper goes to level 23, and then are these new weapons or upgrades? Let's find out. Upgrade to, oh, it's one of Mael's weapons, isn't it? Glaze him. Sniper gets an upgrade, although it was already at level 20. And then it's actually a new weapon for Mael. Yo, Stalum. Mael's getting some love here. Level 23. Dude, look at that attack power. It's because we actually have defense and agility. Are you, that is some crazy attack power on that weapon. Now, what does this do again? Allies recover 20% health on switching to Virtuose stance. It's okay. Gain shell when switching out of Virtuose stance. It's good, but it does kind of like overrides, or it... we're already getting shell from Minoko. But then it cleanses self status effects when switching to Virtuose stance. Okay, the secondary abilities on this weapon are kind of so-so. But man, that is so much damage. It might just be worth trying. But I love the fact that when we counterattack, we switch to Virtuose stance. Oh, I forgot about this not removing mark. That's pretty cool. Oh, this also has the gain shell when switching out of Virtuose stance. Maybe I should just switch to this one. What was the new weapon? The new weapon is also level 23, and it also has a pretty good amount of power. Apply burn on self on turn start, but 10% increased damage for each self burn stack. Whoa! Self-immolation. But you get powered up. Base attack applies 2 burn, while in defensive stance, receive heal instead of burn damage. Oh, what? Yo, that sounds awesome. Okay, these are two really good options. I kind of want to just try this and see how this plays out. 10% increased damage for each self burn stack. The most that's going to get, because burn is going to like wear off after like 3 turns. So doesn't that mean the most you'd get out of this would be 30% increased damage? That's still good. I'll think this one over. I will think this one over. Let's pick up the, what I would imagine is a Pictos. Longer rush. All right. Rush can have its duration extended by 2. Nah. Level 15 Pictos. Probably not going to be hitting the main lineup here anytime soon, but that is where we will wrap up this installment of Expedition 33. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I'm looking forward to pressing forward to these really interesting areas like Renoir's drafts and the Flying Manor. But like I said at the beginning, feel free to let me know what other content, what other areas that you all would be most interested in seeing, because there's not probably going to be time to do it all. So we want to focus in on the areas that are most interesting, most entertaining, and at some point here, we're going to have to push to Lumiere, but I'd like to get as much done as we can before that. But I also don't want to spend all of our time going and, you know, rounding up every last chromatic hexra or other random enemy that's around the map before we head back to Lumiere. So let me know what you guys think, and then we will figure out exactly where we're going to go next time. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.